2024 has been a cracker. It's been a tough year for many. It's been a great year for the government. And in stark contrast to years gone by, ministers in this government have actually got things done. Simeon Brown, Nicola Willis, Mark Mitchell, Paul Goldsmith, it's been a pleasure to work alongside this team, and of course our coalition colleagues, David Seymour, and my good friend and colleague Matua Shane. We've worked together on Fast Track and it's been a great pleasure. But Mr Speaker, there's a few achievements that have gone unnoticed and unreported, and I thought I might comment on a few of them. Simeon Brown has had to sell precisely 0 shares in Auckland Airport. In fact, he sold 0 shares in the entities he's responsible for, in stark contrast to the last Minister of Transport. Paul Goldsmith's been very well behaved. He has not had to disclose secret meetings at Astoria like the last Minister. Mark Mitchell has not leaked secretive cabinet material to his donors. Simon Watts has not leaked secret tax plans to the media. Erica Stanford was not referred to the Privileges Committee, and not a single National Party MP defected to Te Pāti Māori. Or indeed anyone from New Zealand First or the Green Party. Now, I've talked about Fast Track. We're particularly proud of Fast Track. We had 149 projects that were included in the bill. We laboured over those projects, didn't we, Shane? We really did. But I thought it might be interesting to hear, for the House to hear what projects didn't make the list and ended up on the cutting room floor. We had an interesting project submitted, the Rimataka Jobs Centre for former Labour Party leaders, submitted by Mr C. Hipkins of Upper Hutt. We did decline this project. We weren't confident it would be built in time to fulfil its primary purpose. We received an application from Miss M. Woods. This was titled the Wigram Mayoral Candidates Training Centre. We also declined that one for the same reason. We had a project called the Hutt Valley Maths Training Facility for Labour Party Opposition Police Spokesperson. This was a high-quality submission submitted by Mr Mark Mitchell, but it was declined, as some people are unfortunately beyond help, Mr Speaker. We had a proposal to fast-track an e-bike trail on Waiheke Island. Strongly supported by everyone in the Green Party, but unfortunately not even the advocacy of the local MP Ingrid Leary was enough to get that one over the line. There was a submission from Auckland Central, from Dee Parker, and it had strong supporting affidavits from Phil Twyford, Helen White, Arana Williams of Hobsonville Point, and it had attached to it a copy of Capital by Thomas Piketty. And this was a fast-track proposal for an unusual thing, for a wealth tax. But very unusually, we also had counter-proposals against the submission from many other members of the Labour Party caucus. It was very difficult for the fast-track panel to make not what to do with this. There was a submission against a local project. Now, we had a number of submissions for local projects from local MPs, strong advocacy. Very unusual to receive a submission opposed to something in their local electorate. But Julianne Genter took the cake. She made a submission on letterhead, Julianne Genter, the MP for Rongotai, against the Mount Victoria Tunnel. I found that astonishing. But there was a submission in favour of car parks outside here in Tamitha Paul's electorate office in Wellington. Oh, well, speaking of Carmel Sepuloni, who's being very noisy, there was an application for a resource consent for Treasure Island from C. Sepuloni. This also had a supporting affidavit from Chris Hitkins asking for the resource consent period to be extended indefinitely. Jokes aside, Mr Speaker, it has been a busy year in the House. We've had 93 first readings, 60 bills reported back from select committees, 60 third readings. Ministers have answered 87,000 written parliamentary questions. Thank you to everyone who's had a great year.